any value back in.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This one is all about the RR. I got a request to do a video about the mods and updates that I have done to the bike, even if they're just cosmetic. Alright, starting at the front of the bike is the windscreen. This is an MRA windscreen. I think they're a German company. This is the racing windscreen and I went all black. I'm mainly going for looks. They did have their logo on the front, but I got rid of that and I put the snowflake back on there for the winter tested edition. Moving down, I put on Litec axle sliders, which I actually took off the back ones, so I don't have those anymore. I'm probably gonna end up taking these off as well. I didn't really like them as much because they don't have the rod that goes all the way through. You have to, they're just a pain to take on and off, and every time you have to change your wheel, you gotta take them off. So I may look into some different ones to have the rod go through just to make it easier, but for now, they're still on the front. All right, since we're talking about protection, moving on to the frame sliders, I went with the Graves Diamond frame sliders. I think that's what they're called, but I went with these because they just flow with the bike. They fill in that little gap that's in the ZX-10s perfectly. They're not like the other ones that just stick out really far. I just really like the look of these. In the same area, we have engine protection. I went through a lot to get this specific brand. I was looking all over the place to figure out if there was a company that made engine covers that did not cover up the RR logo. Sadly, most of them out there completely replace or cover up the logo itself. So I found this one company, 39N Racing, and he didn't even know about the RR logo at all. He just made these so he could be different. So I went with them for all of the covers that they had. They didn't have a clutch cover, and I don't know if he ever made one. But fun fact, I actually took pictures of my setup and he used them on his website. So I thought that was really cool. Moving down to the fun part of it, the exhaust. I went with Austin Racing. They do not make a full system for the ZX-10R. Most companies are leaning that way now because the ZX-10R has titanium headers, even though it's already been proven that aftermarket exhaust full system are better than the stock headers. But either way, I went with the GP3 V3 carbon exhaust from Austin Racing. It's just a slip-on, it's a low mount. I'm all about looks, as you can tell with the bike, but I really like the look of a low mount versus a full system coming out. Moving on from there, a lot of people gave me crap about this because it's a track bike, blah, 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 whatever, but the RR does not come with foot pegs or a rear seat. I wanted those things because my wife occasionally rides on the back, and Darius. I looked them up. If you're gonna buy foot pegs and a seat, it's like $600 if you go with OEM. I don't know if there's aftermarket, that kind of stuff anyway, because most people just take them off. But I actually got a hookup from Chris, who used to work at Cool Springs Power Sports. Gave me a seat and foot pegs for free. It was fantastic. Thank you, Chris. And again, the rear wheel, I had the axle sliders on there, took them off, could not get them back on was the main reason. Or I think they got damaged trying to take them off because they're such a pain in the ass. So yeah, there's that. The axle nut I swapped with Antoine because he had a black one and my bike is black. So there's that little minor modification. He still has his axle spools on there and I just never took them off. So I guess they're staying on there. Thanks, Antoine. And I guess the last thing on there is the integrated taillight. I went with TST Industries for their integrated taillight. I think it is the best looking one out there. It has several different modes for braking. You can have it flash continuously, brake like normal, or you can have it how I have it set up where it flashes real quick and then it just stays on. Then the turn signals, they have the sequential where it looks like it's moving through it. You can have it just flash regular. Either way, it's the best looking one, I think. I also got the smoked one because of the look. And I guess the very last thing associated with that is the Fender Eliminator. I also went with TST Industries on that one as well. I went with the Elite 1, and this is actually adjustable. It does not come with a light, a license plate light, but they actually sell one. So I did get that, and I never put it on. So I may still have it. I don't know. So I think that is it. Like I said, mainly is just cosmetic stuff. I have not done anything else to the bike performance wise. I was hoping to have it flash and tune this year, but financial issues, all that stuff, could not do it. hoping to get it done next year eventually. Other than that, there wasn't a whole lot else that I was actually going to do to the bike. Oh, maybe eventually change the fork color because they're red and I hate it. I don't know if that's ever going to happen or not. I actually got pieces of black vinyl that I was going to wrap those, but I just never did it. So for now, that is all I have done to my bike over 2 years, I think, maybe. I can't even remember. Maybe 3 years now? Not a whole lot. I know a lot of people out there have done more, and they already updated the 19R to basically be better than this, and then they got the new 21RR now coming out, so it's just, yeah, this bike is outdated, but I'm probably never gonna get rid of it till it dies. Alright, so that is it, guys. If you have any requests for videos that I should do, let me know, because somebody sent this request. They wanted to see what all I've done to the bike, so here it is. I'm doing it. So let me know what you guys think, and yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next one. I'm really hoping the wind isn't going to throw it off.
That's when it kicks up.
Exactly. I'm still just going to hold off. It's windy again. Windy.
Oh, wow.
That's a heron. Windy. Windy. Looks like dead now. No wind when I'm done. You see how that works?
Yeah.